And joining us on the line, it's great to welcome to Flow. Been wanting to chat to this guy for a long time. From the Whitlams, we've got Tim Freedman. G'day, Tim. How you doing today?
Good, thank you, Clayton. Good.
Been wanting to chat to you for a long time. I was at a previous radio station and I missed the opportunity to talk to you about a song called No Aphrodisiac that I was hanging out to chat to you about, but I was sick that day and someone else got to chat to you, so I missed that opportunity. So it's been a long time. And it's also been a long time between your last album and this current one that's out now. Was it 15, 16 years? So what's been going on, Tim? What have you been doing?
Well, I decided to have a little cheeky decade off. And I raised a family and pursued a few alternative business interests. And I did some solo tours. So yep. I still worked as a musician for a couple of months a year, but I just stopped writing. But I fixed that up 2 years ago, and you're quite right. We've just put out this week our new album, which is called Sancho.
Sancho. There must be a specific reason for the name Sancho for your album.
Absolutely. It was the nickname for our tour manager, who was called Greg Weaver, who passed away 2 years ago very suddenly. Oh. And so it's a tribute to him, and there's a few songs on the album which are about the good times we had on the road. It's like a celebration of his life.
Very sad to hear that, but it's a wonderful dedication, obviously, to him. And those sound engineers, they're often that sort of recognised member of the band, and that I've met a few over the years, and they're colourful little characters, so I'm sure there must be some stories about him that didn't quite make it into the album. Would you like to share one?
Yeah, you're quite right. They are the unheralded workers of the song industry. And Greg, well, wow, he didn't drink or smoke, and so it was the saddest, most unpredictable death. He was very gruff, very taciturn, yep. But much loved because he was so well organised and had such a dry sense of humour. So he was actually the favourite sound engineer of Paul Kelly, Boy and Bear, Tim Minchin, all sorts of acts.
Yeah, those sound engineers, they're wonderful guys, and I've met a few. I said they're just the unsung heroes, as you said it so correctly. So, Tim, in this time away, and you said you've had other business interests that took you away from music, were any of them, did they become sort of an inspiration for the music that you're putting out now?
Well, to be honest, for a little while there, I was having a bet on the horses. I knew some colourful and colourless identities in the racing industry. Yeah. And so there are some references to people having a punt and trying to do their best. So it's got a little bit of Rabelaisian character in some of their lyrics, yes.
Back in horses, it's something that I've never been quite successful at, so I'm glad to meet someone who has been successful at it. There's a few guys out there. They usually have to be pretty clever mathematicians. It hasn't got a lot to do with luck, let's put it that way. Okay, good to know. So this album, it seems to me, listening to the first couple of tracks, Cambridge 3, one of the tracks I've been listening to, and there seems to be a bit more joy in your music than you're originally renowned for. Has that been a purpose thing to do, or did that just sort of evolve organically as you were writing all these songs?
Well, I just wanted the album to sound playful. I'm in a pretty good place personally, so I have no reason to be mournful apart from the passing of Greg, which I consciously tried to make celebratory songs out of. So you're right. It's just about characters and blokes getting on with life and making the best of what they've got. So you're right. But then again, we're known for our big sad ballads. But people that have listened to our albums will know that there are just as many happy songs in the back catalogue, like Thank You for Loving Me at My Worst and I Make Hamburgers. Yeah. So we're not strangers to joyful music.
Which is good to hear, joyful. I kind of think you need a bit of a balance with it. You have the sad, you have the happy, and it all sort of mixes through. And I think that's what fans have loved about your music over the years, that you've resonated with them with that, the sadness, but also there is that hint of joy in your music as well, which keeps them there.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Clayton.
So you're about to hit on the road too, so I gather you're a bit excited about that because there's been this thing that sort of stopped us from doing that for the last couple of years. It's obviously affected yourself as well. So how excited are the Whitlams to get back out there on the road?
Well, very, because, a lot of people I know in Sydney and the cities, they've enjoyed working from home, not having to go to the office. But musicians, we love going to the office. Let us on that stage. And so I've played solo and as a three-piece in the last 2 years, but I haven't done a four-piece show for over 2 years. And so I just can't wait to get, backstage after a good show and have a beer with the boys and just get that sense of camaraderie back. Travelling around the country, and we'll be doing that a lot in March and April.
And if you want to know more details, folks, just go to the website, thewhitlams.com. You can click on the tour dates and you can track where they're going to go in an area near you, and you can also get ticket details by clicking on the links as well. That's thewhitlams.com. So you're doing this tour, Tim, coming into our regional areas. I don't see too many dates, but I understand that could also happen with a separate sort of side project that you've got going as well.
Yeah, I recorded a country album during the year with some really great country musicians, blokes that have won Producer of the Year at Tamworth, like Matt Fell and Rod McCormack. And we call it the Whitlams Black Stump Sessions. And we're going to start rolling that out slowly later in the year. And the ambition is to get out of the cities a lot more and play the regional areas. So we hope to play somewhere near your listeners.
Well, this, as you get out to our country areas, you're going to meet some characters. Could some of those characters eventually become a new Whitlams song?
Oh, yeah. I had the idea for the country act when I was having a beer in a pub in Mudgee after a show. And I met a 65-year-old coal miner and his wife who was blind. And I thought, I just love the characters out here. I just got to collect the little anecdotes and the stories you hear. So, I really love travelling. So I'm hoping that the Black Stump Sessions lets me do that a bit more.
I'm sure it will. And the country folk, they love it when you come out there, and if they meet you and they suddenly feel they're going to be in one of your songs, they're going to love you even more. And that seems to happen. So, Tim, tell me, what makes you laugh these days? Because you sound like you've got a good sense of humour, so what makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? I don't know. What makes me laugh?
Sorry, I didn't mean to stump you.
Well, you have. Last time I was really laughing was finishing off this book last night called Crossroads, and I don't know, I like a bit of slapstick, and I like that show Catherine the Great on Stan. That's funny.
Yep.
The rewriting of Russian history by the Australian scriptwriter Tony McNamara. I don't know. I'm up for any medium.
Yeah. You've got your downtime with the family. Do you listen to music or do you play music to the family?
That mainly consists these days, I'm sure a lot of your listeners will appreciate, of getting in the car and having an argument about whose Spotify gets plugged into the stereo. But since my daughter's got to the age where she's just not listening to rubbish all the time, she's actually got some decent taste. I quite enjoy listening to her picks through the car stereo because it keeps me up to date with the good new stuff that's getting released. From Billie Eilish down. Yeah,
I actually enjoy listening to Billie Eilish too, and there was a movie during the festive break that I watched of hers, things blurry. I just remember blurry was in the title, and it was an interesting thing about her and some of the things that affect her performing, like she has Tourette's, which I didn't realise.
I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah, and to be able to battle with that, to get on stage, the fears that she has on stage and hurting herself and just that fear of letting her fans down. And it was something that I didn't expect and didn't to see. And so it's changed, I guess, how I view her and listening to her music. So do you have any sort of fears or anything that happen when you get on stage? What's it like for you?
Look, I agree. I saw that show as well, and I thought it gave you a good leg in and made her, seem really human and as frail as anyone else in that position. So it was well made. Unfortunately, there is no leg into me that will make me feel more human. I feel no anxiety.
Yep.
And I just like doing what I do.
And you had an operation on your neck, I understand, that's helped with the piano playing these days as well.
Yeah, when you're stooped over the piano for 30 years, sometimes things get creaky. But luckily these days they can do amazing things with microsurgery, and a clever surgeon fixed me up. So I'm enjoying playing long periods again.
Well, we're going to be looking forward to seeing you when you're out there playing, and we're looking forward to checking out the new album too. It's called Sancho by the Whitlams. More details, folks, just go to the Whitlams website, thewhitlams.com. Tim, thank you so much for spending some time with us today on Flow. We know you've got to go and get things organised for the tour. Good luck with everything, and hopefully we'll see you close to us very, very soon. And maybe next time we can have a chat about the Black Stump Sessions in some
that'd be
some
good.
detail.
That'd be excellent. Okay, thanks for the chat.
All right, thanks, Tim. You take care, and thank you for joining us on Flow today.
Pleasure.
And as promised, here's a track from the Whitlams' new album, Sancho. This is called Cambridge 3 on Flow FM.
I can't spot stodgy boys in the winter tides. Have we got a problem? Cambridge Street. Have we got a problem? It's up to me now. If London burns again, if London burns again. The great leap from ennui to action, an historical expectation lurks in the shade of the Illuminati. Yet he's not a bad chap for the party. A simple case of act or perish. When it's whiskey and boys I relish. Now two queens are in the palace, a worm is in the rose. Have we got a problem? Cambridge 3. Have we got a problem? It's up to me now. If London burns again, if London burns again. And if the revolution had been somewhere decent, I would have disappeared one day. But I'll stay and sip my tea. Have we got a problem? Cambridge 3. Have we got a problem? It's up to me.